women who take over family businesses are just as effective as male heirs, in a way. Have you had any what was the biggest challenge you all had? Was it to just prove yourself when you came back, for example, to take over the family business in a way almost 20 years ago?
I never felt I had to prove myself. I never felt that pressure. I knew that there were expectations, but I never felt that I had to come there and I had to prove myself because, one, I'm a woman. Two, this is my father's company. I'm the daughter who's now going to be, you know, the new generation that is going to come in. So honestly, if you ask me this question, I never noticed. I never felt I had to prove myself. People who had difficulties dealing with it, that's something that you have to deal with it and not me. That's how I saw things. But I made it easy, you know, I made it easy. It was more that, okay, is it a challenge because it's your father's daughter who's joining the business? I never made it seem like I'm the chairman's daughter who's joined the business. I gelled in with the team, you know. So
was there any challenge working on the shop floor, you know, with all these factories across the country, reaching out? Did you all feel you had to prove a point, maybe to dad, if not to the outside world?
Not really. I think that, you know, as a unit, we're very, very focused. So I think that the mind and everything that we were doing was focused on whatever agenda was, you know, ahead of us. So we never really, you know, got distracted by any of these things, even if they did exist. You know, it was really just focusing on what we needed to do, keep moving forward, keep growing the business, very, very highly driven by a growth mindset in general. And like he said, you know, it was really, you know, the focus was on getting as involved, knowing as much of not just where we were, but where we've come from, and then defining really where we need to go and working towards that vision with the rest of the organization as well.
So you all didn't feel pressure? You didn't feel pressure, we've got to prove to dad that, you know, that we are good enough to run the business?
no.
Never, at no stage?
I think the pressure was different. I think he started off with, he just trusted us so much. So it wasn't to prove to him, but it was to also not make sure we don't, you know, let him down, because he trusted us, and from all of us started at such an early age. And sometimes when I think about it, going forward with our children, you know, because we're all so passionately involved, really that ability to trust and get everyone involved, I would say that a large part of our success also comes from that, from his trust and faith in our ability and the ability to take things forward.
Yeah, I think it's just such a natural progression.
Yeah.
It wasn't forced. I think the more pressure comes in when things are forced, but because everyone it was just flowed, and it is what it is, and it is how it is, you know. So
they're giving you a lot of credit. You're the one who deserves the credit, because, you know, you're third generation yourself. Your grandfather built, in a way, Parle, iconic brand, and built it, you know, pre-independence. From us, coming from Navsari in Gujarat, then coming to Mumbai, Gamdevi, starting a sewing business, then discovering confectionaries, of course, the iconic Gluco biscuit, and then beverages. So, is this also in your family that you wanted them to be in the business? Suppose they wanted to do something else and said, we don't want to be in the family business. Were you okay with that also? Or you were determined that my daughters have to be?
actually, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
What I did is got them so involved with the business from the start that they wanted to work here.
Right. So you created that.
It was their eagerness. Like today, my granddaughter, since we couldn't go to start up of a dairy machine, my granddaughter went there. And she did the inauguration of the plant and the thing like that. So the passion is built right from the start. Then if they decide they don't want to, then it is very difficult to train anybody to on that job. But since the passion was there, you don't need anything else.